All right. Here's the deal. We're coming in hot today. I'm not even saying the intro.
Ooh.
Because on my way here, and I'll intro you after I tell this story, but on my way here. Now, I am not the type of person that usually does nice things for people. Like, you know, people have told me that I lack empathy, but it's I was on my way here. I was on Highland, and I'm at a stoplight like right before Santa Monica. The car in front of me, light turns green, and I give her a few seconds.
Okay.
I give her a few seconds, and then I honk on the horn. And then the hazard lights come on. And I'm trying to gauge, I'm looking to see who it is, and it's an old lady. And I think to myself, you know, she might be having car problems. She might be in trouble.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to be nice guy.
Why would you do that?
Fuck if I know, because I'm never doing it again.
Okay.
But I'm going to be nice guy, and I'm going to go check. So I put my hazards on. I jump out of the car. I walk up to her window, and I'm like, hey, ma'am, can I help you with anything? And she goes, oh, no, I'm not having car problems. I just need to finish writing this text.
What?
She stopped a whole fucking lane of traffic.
Oh.
Because the light turned green. The light turned green too fast for her. So she threw on the fucking hazards.
The fuck out of here. I had some choice words.
Dude, I mean, I wanted to drag this old bitch out of the car. I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. Dude, I just, fuck. Okay, anyways, I just had to get that off my chest. Welcome to the worst with Chad Austin. Today I have with me, it's almost like a fucking crossover episode because,
kinda,
you know, a little bit.
Right.
This is the co-host of the Dirty Dozens.
Yes.
That we do every Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
We'll always keep you informed,
depending on what day it is.
Because you know motherfuckers got jobs, but we do it on the Stereo app every week. Live show. We talk about all of the things that are happening in the world, and most of the time end up on race relations and guns.
Yeah.
But
America, bitch.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the man intros himself better than anybody else, so I'm gonna let him do it himself.
It's your boy CHY. You see it, and if not, put your motherfucking goggles on. I'm in here with my man Chad talking that shit as we always do. And it just happens to be highly entertaining, man. You already know how I do. You already know how I get down. I ain't going to talk too much shit. We on his show, so I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, do my little promo run and tell him all the other shit I do.
We can do your promo run at the end. Don't worry. We'll hit the whole promo run.
We gonna make sure
the whole fucking 3 minutes of slash. But yeah, dude, I see I've never had, I mean, you know this because you do a show with me. I've never had a good as an intro as you or an outro. I'm just not as smooth as this motherfucker, so I just let him say his own shit.
That shit comes with practice, bro. It's like freestyling, you know what I'm saying? You don't think about it, just do it.
No, I feel you on that. And I was, even when I was in the heyday of me trying to rap, I never tried to freestyle. The best I got on freestyles is making fun of people, so...
hence the Dirty Dozens podcast.
Hence the Dirty Dozens podcast. And speaking of the Dirty Dozens, dude, I that was so fucking funny. Last week I got my first hater. On the Stereo app, people are allowed to comment in. Basically, they leave you an audio message.
Right.
And most of the time, it's people chiming in on what we're talking about. And Chylite and I were going hard last week on many different shootings that were happening by police officers, and we usually go on really heavy topics and then try to break it up with a little bit of jokes in between.
Right.
And I thought this guy was just commenting, and I mean,
you knew the motherfucker the way he came at you,
yo.
bro.
And the funny thing is I, you know, after I clipped that and replayed it and I saw his name, I went back on Stereo to search his name to see if I could see who this guy was.
Right.
He ghosted, like he deleted the account.
What the fuck?
So it was almost like maybe this fool actually does really know me.
Right.
Because it was like he created an account just to call me, just to call me a terrible name, and then bounced immediately because there was no sign of any account under that name. And I don't know. I wish he would have stayed around because I had a really good laugh at
yeah,
at the expense of.
I remember when that shit happened. The first thing I know, I was like, "Yo, you know this motherfucker, right?" Like the way he came at you, I swear, either you owe him money or you fucked this girl or something happened there, dude.
I mean, it could be both.
Well, if you owe him money and fuck this girl, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Oh shit, dude. So, I mean, what's been going on, man? I know we talk every week, but usually we just talk about biggest topics of the news and shit. What's cracking with you?
Shit, not a whole lot. I've just been trying to keep everything together, man. You know, I got a lot of irons in the fire, as it were. I got a lot of things I'm working on, you know what I'm saying? And aside from that, fucking, as everybody's doing during this pandemic, everybody that owns some property is now selling. So somebody sold my mom's building. We got to get her a spot. Probably going to end up moving in with me, but, you know, I live in a 1-bedroom, so we got to get a bigger spot. That's why I'm literally running on caffeine and determination this here morning, bro.
I know. We were talking about this outside, but I woke up around like 7 this morning, and I think I shot you a message, and he replied immediately. And I know this man, and I was like, oh fuck, if he's up at 7 a.m., it's because he hasn't slept yet.
Exactly.
I was like, this motherfucker is not showing up today at 2 o'clock. He is going to be cold out. But hey, I like being surprised.
Hell yeah, determination, baby. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to let my mans down, you feel me? Take every opportunity handed to me, even when I'd rather be sleeping. And trust me, I enjoy my sleep.
You know, okay, so I've always had like a problem with insomnia and like being able to like sleep a full night and all that kind of shit.
Shit. I think that comes with adulthood.
Dude, and it's weird too, because I also have never been able to nap. And I envy people that can nap. Like, I can't sleep in the middle of the day.
I need drugs to nap.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not going to nap on a sober one, but like, you know what I'm saying? I smoke a blunt, and if I put on a boring movie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going right to sleep, man.
Dude, speaking of like putting on a boring movie just to like do so, I had a buddy that I used to live with, and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Master and Commander. It's Russell Crowe. It's okay if you haven't, because it's super boring. It's super white, and
it was like this is like some old
British naval captains and shit.
Right.
So, I mean,
I didn't see that movie. You're right.
It's like 3.5 hours long,
and
just boring shit that's happening on this boat in the sea. Okay. And there's a couple like ship battles and stuff, but it's not good.
Pirates of the Caribbean, just less entertaining.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
But my buddy used to put this movie on every time he wanted his girl to fuck him, because she would be so bored watching this that she would just jump his bones. So like after the first couple times he watched it, he realized that's what happened. So he'd start putting it on more and more just to, you know.
Yeah, shout out to his girl. She got a sister though. Like, she get bored, throw a dick in her mouth. That's what I'm talking about. Where are women like this, and where can we find more?
Hey.
Shit.
But yeah, dude. So you know, shout out to finding something boring to keep, and then finding another way to keep yourself entertained, right?
Like, he was the pioneer of Netflix and chill, huh?
Yeah, dude. I swear to God, because that man wasn't even. That was straight up. I bought a DVD just so my girl would fuck me.
Shit, I wish it was that simple.
And I don't even know if they had sex in any other way than because she was bored and watching Master and Commander.
So every time you hear Russell Crowe in that house, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna go bother them for
right.
You know.
You put my earphones into some shit.
All right, so check this out. I was looking up some news that's been happening lately, and you and I usually touch on like the heavier topics, so I just picked some things that are a little bit lighter, and
whiter or lighter?
Actually, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Actually, more so lighter, not that much whiter.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is the Oscars just happened, and no one gives a fuck.
Right.
I mean, if you're still watching the Oscars, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, because there's so much better entertainment that's happening in the world.
Right.
And I didn't even watch it, but I was just reading some things about it. And there's a large group of people that were upset that the Best Actor award didn't go to Chadwick Boseman. Now, it wasn't for Black Panther. It was from some other movie he did.
Okay.
But
Black Panther was nice, but I don't know if it was like Actor of the Year type shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, now I'm going to be speaking out of my ass on this because I didn't see I don't even remember the name of the other movie that he was nominated for.
Okay.
But at the same time, it makes me feel like when people on the internet get upset about shit like this, it's almost like at one of those things where you're a child and everybody should get the participation trophy. And it's like, dude, I know he was like, everyone knows he was great.
Right.
And everyone knows that like he didn't burden anybody with a sickness and he died, gentlemanly death and all this shit. And
right.
Like, dude, salute to him. He was fucking fantastic person.
Right.
But can't he still be out act?
Yeah.
Because it was Sir Anthony Hopkins that fucking won the award.
You know what I mean?
Fucking Hannibal Lecter himself. And we all know that dude has chops.
Dude, hey, sidebar, I met him one time, Anthony Hopkins.
No shit?
When I was working at that restaurant I refused to talk about.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me and said hello, and I fucking like froze for real. Like he has that effect on you.
Dude, he has that intensity about his.
Definitely, just with eyes and smile. Like fuck, please don't eat me, dog.
Yeah, no. Especially if he smiles at you. That smile is just. That brings on the trauma of all those movies that he was in because he was, I mean, he was very creepy about the way that he looked at people. And man, I couldn't imagine seeing that fool in person and having him smile at me and not thinking that fool is about to fucking eat my liver.
Okay, now I understand you didn't see the Oscars, but what the fuck has Anthony Hopkins been in lately?
He was in a movie called Father. And once again, didn't see it.
Okay, then. I'm like,
like I said, I'm talking out of my ass about this, but I mean, it's just because somebody you want to win doesn't mean that you need to go fucking throw petitions on the internet and shit.
You know, we're in the days where it's like cool to act like a little bitch when something happens and you don't like it. Like, I mean, granted, Chadwick Boseman was great, but I don't like if he'd have got the Oscar over Anthony Hopkins, and I didn't see the movie. I don't know. I'd have to see the movie to have an actual real opinion about it. But like, shit, what movie are we talking about that Chadwick Boseman would have been better than Anthony Hopkins in? Come on, man. That's Anthony Hopkins. That's legendary status acting.
Yeah.
So, you know, as great as Chadwick Boseman has been in every movie I've seen, what is that? The Five Bloods. Have you seen that one on Netflix?
Yeah.
He was fucking great
That's
in
a
that
good movie.
too. Yeah, but I don't know if he's out acting Anthony Hopkins. That's like, I don't know. Somebody's gonna talk shit to me for even saying that part. Watch.
No, but you know, he was a great actor, and it sucks that he passed. But at the same time, it's just like, don't let the award. Like, I mean, also stop caring so much about award shows.
Yeah,
but don't let the award shows get so woke that you're not even saluting the best actor.
You feel me?
You
like,
know?
what the fuck?
It's like, what the fuck's the point of it anymore?
And you know, the other side of that is, see, I haven't given a fuck about the Oscars or the Grammys or like the Emmys, a lot of those award shows in a while because I don't remember when, but a little bit ago I found out that they're, you know, this all judged by panels of motherfuckers. I don't even know who's on the panel. So it's like, it's a gang of people that I don't know and I'm supposed to respect their opinion because why?
You know, honestly, it's a bunch of rich white people.
All right, then. Another reason I'm not respecting their opinion.
It's just a bunch of rich white people that are on that panel because growing up, you know, out in the desert, I was friends with a couple of like the Palm Desert girls, which were always the rich white girls, and one of them, her daddy was part of the academy, so he'd get all these screeners in the house, and I would be over there, and he would watch these movies, and even if you asked him to watch the movie, like, oh hey, can I borrow that screener or something, he would snap it in half right in front of you, and he'd be like, no, I take my position in the academy seriously. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you could eat a dick seriously. Fuck wrong with that guy? What type of shit is that?
It's like, oh, a fucking 16-year-old kid, and I just wanted to watch fucking, you know, whatever the fucking Gladiator or whatever shit you had. You know, let me fucking live.
All right, real quick, have you seen Mortal Kombat yet?
Oh yeah, dude.
You saw it?
I did. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 2.5 hours of my life I really wish I could get back.
It was an hour and 45. Don't be so fucking dramatic.
Look, that movie, the best part of that movie was the first 7 minutes. For real. The whole origin story between Scorpion and Sub-Zero was the best part of that movie. Everything else after that movie, including the fight scenes, were shit.
Okay.
And that's my opinion of it.
No. Okay, and then I will gladly debate you on this.
Okay.
I didn't think it had much of a story.
Right.
I mean, the story.
And now hold on. Anybody that actually anybody that follows the franchise, like they had a great story through the video game.
Yeah,
they should have stuck to that.
No, I know, but so basically, the way I'm seeing it, because I did a little reading on it, is if you just look at it as a piece of what they have coming, because they already signed the guy that plays Sub-Zero onto 4 other movies, so they're planning on franchising this bitch. So. I mean, I just took it for what it was, which was just some silly nods to a video game where they're like flawless victory, and I'm like, yeah,
Kano wins. Fuck out of here, man. Come on, bro.
I mean, I guess it wasn't a great movie, but it was entertaining to me.
I mean, like it was cool, you know what I'm saying? But okay, the original Mortal Kombat that came out way the fuck back when, like. We wish they'd have done that better. And every attempt they made to, you know what I'm saying, make a Mortal Kombat. There was a Mortal Kombat movie they were going to make with Michael Jai White playing Jax. That never came out. You see what I'm saying? So I think as fans of of the Mortal Kombat franchise, we were just waiting for somebody to give it what it deserved.
Yeah, and they did make the trailer look lit as fuck. Like,
the trailer looked lit as shit.
I was like, oh shit, this is... And no, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed, but then I also just kind of took it for what it was. It's just like, I enjoyed watching Sub-Zero hit somebody and then their blood spray out, and then he freeze the blood and then stab them with the blood.
That was some good shit. That was some good shit.
Fucking cool, man. Like,
that was cool. You feel me? But like the main character, Cole, that was shit.
That was a weird fucking character.
The fact that Kano didn't have his fucking signature chrome,
the chrome plate.
Yeah, like that was.
I mean, at least he got the eye.
Yeah, but the way he came about his whole power, that was shit. Like,
it's strange the way that it's
Liu
like,
Kang was weak as fuck in that movie, bro.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing too, is like, growing up with the game, you always kind of see him as one of the stars of Mortal Kombat.
Right.
And he
ends up being a god.
He felt like kind of a bitch. Like,
yeah, big
like,
bitch.
and spoiler alerts, and but it just felt weird that. I mean, he basically turned into a sobbing little girl because his friend died, and he's like, "We're never gonna be able to defeat anybody." Like, homie, you're supposed to be like you shoot fireballs. Your friend had a frisbee hat.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
They could have done better with that. I was highly disappointed, bro.
No, I get being disappointed by that. All right, dude. So this one, and I really, this is one of my favorite news stories of the past week.
Okay.
There was an Asian guy who
careful now. We are in those times.
Hey, wait, we already talked about this outside. How
yeah.
Okay, so before we get into this news story, we were talking about outside how Chylite went to go look at an apartment,
right?
And when the real estate agent, right?
Yeah, the real estate agent was you know what I'm saying, the skinny white kid, and she was all happy. Oh, hi Michael, hi Michael, hi Michael. So when she see my black ass, she got real quiet, bruh. And it's just like, fuck.
So I actually was able to actually commiserate with Chylite on this, because ever since all of the shit of 2020 and 2021 have been happening, it has been different being a fucking 6'5" white guy who weighs over 300 pounds.
And you got the beard.
Yeah,
and all
like
that.
I'm a big guy, and it's just I definitely get viewed differently. So the other day, I was doing laundry in my complex, and I was going to check and see if the machines are open. And you have to go like down this little hallway around this corner, and then there's just a window into the room where you can see if somebody else is doing their shit. And it was just like this little Asian lady, and I pop my head around the corner, and she sees me in the window. I thought she was gonna have a fucking heart attack, dude. So I waited like all around the corner, like around the lot, so she didn't even have to like worry about me like standing outside stalking her and shit. I was like, hey, I'm not about to get blamed for anything in this moment. Okay, so this Asian guy got arrested for dating 35 women at the same time.
Whoa.
Just so he could score extra birthday presents. He told every one of these women that his birthday was on a different date, so he would just randomly have birthday presents coming at him at all times, and he got fucking arrested for this for fraud. He got arrested for fraud.
What?
Yes.
First off, there is a Asian math joke in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck?
Yeah.
I need to take notes. Hold the fuck on.
I mean, let the king live, right?
Yeah, 35 different bitches.
I mean, the fact that, I don't know how long he was able to keep this ruse going, but obviously he slipped up at some point because his ass got caught.
This guy somewhere, because he got to be one attractive motherfucker to be dating 35 different women at the same time. Look, and I consider myself to be, you know what I'm saying, one of the more game infested motherfuckers, but yo, 35 of them?
I'll be honest, man. I mean, nothing stand out. You wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup. Like, I mean, but yeah, dude, 35 different girls. Told him all that he had a different birthday. So, just he would randomly have like a birthday celebration with a chick, and he'd get presents.
Shit, hold up. I'm back on the market my damn self, so I might try that one. Hold on now. That's some cold pimping right there.
I mean, I salute this man, and I don't think that he should have gone to prison. I think...
Wait, hold up. But what law did he break?
They said that it was basically they just got him on fraud, and it's not. He didn't get arrested in America, by the way. Let me just tell you that. I mean, I think that nothing would have happened out here. The cops out here would have been like, "You got fucking duped."
Shit, Ashton Kutcher need to pop out a fucking bush somewhere. Like, that's some cold pimping though. 35 different bitches.
35, dude. I know. Like, I mean, when I read that, I was like, I'm thoroughly fucking impressed with this kid.
Like, if he had to do them all in a month, bro, that's like he had to double up on a couple days. Like, what the fuck?
Or he had this going on for months, and then also, but here's the thing though: if he had all of these going on for months, so he can stack these birthday presents, how many of these girls' birthdays did he have to buy presents for? How many of those did he have to remember? This fool's iCal was just popping.
Well, the other side of that is, if he's smart, like he get a birthday present. Oh, Janet likes this. Let me re-gift this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he was like, again, somewhere in there's an Asian math joke going on, but I'm gonna stay away from that shit right now for somebody call me racist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no one could call you racist.
Bullshit.
They throw that on me.
Bullshit. All right, hold up. Sidebar. I was online. I believe it was in Inglewood. There's a video of this big black chick who's beating up a fucking Mexican street vendor who was like,
oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, slinging flowers in the middle of like outside of a cemetery or whatever.
Yeah, he was just doing his thing.
I'm not mad at him. I think that bitch needs to get gaffled and beat the fuck up. But bro, the hate that was going on in that post. It was like, fuck all black people. Like, dude, hold the fucking phone.
No, that shit is wild. And I thought about you when I saw that because, like, we've had many discussions about how, like, you're not, you're not really going to be down the streets marching, yelling, shouting BLM or anything like that.
I'm not
and
down with that shit.
And unlike a lot of other people that I know, I respect what anybody does and wants to do, doesn't want to do.
Right.
You could be a black man and not have to run down the streets screaming that your life matters. You know.
Right.
I mean, that's totally fine.
Right.
Because it's your choice.
Fucking all right.
And as soon as I fucking saw that post in all I saw was, yeah, BLM, right? Yeah, this. I was just like, oh, God, dude. Like, they're going to turn it into, like, as soon as one black person starts fucking swinging on the guy with the fucking frutas cart, it's going to turn into a whole fucking scenario.
There was an incident where that happened. I think it was like maybe a year or two ago. These two young black dudes beat up a Mexican street vendor, a paletero man or whatever, and some OG Crip down the way DP'd him. Like, he disciplined him, like, beat the shit out of both them cats. You feel me? And that's how it's supposed to go. But, it doesn't always get to go that way. So, I think people cherry pick what they want to and try to, make a mountain out of a molehill, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Quite often.
Yeah, it's just like...
People be making mountains, motherfucker.
Fuck, like, fam, it ain't even that serious. I don't know, man. I try not to let the little shit affect me, but, you think about it, like, since I came to California, because I'm born and raised in Chicago, since I came to Cali, this whole black and brown riff, it's real. You know what I'm saying? I still can't believe that shit.
No, yeah, dude, it's wild. Like, I've seen it firsthand. Where, like, and I didn't even know it existed until, like, after high school and shit. But like, there is some solid beef in like that in those two communities, especially in like Southern California. I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened, but whatever happened really fucking happened, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It was some shit.
All
right, so I got another one.
Talk to me.
Scientists have been splicing human and monkey DNA.
Why?
And to see here's
wait. Okay. Have we forgot about Planet of the Apes?
So that's exactly where my brain went with this.
Oh my God.
Basically, what's been going on is they've putting human DNA into monkey embryos, and to see if it could survive, because the whole idea was for the scientific exploration of possibly being able to harvest organs from monkeys to donate to humans and doing this, that, and the other. Now, I mean, it's possible that a scientist has lived in a lab for his whole life and has never seen a fucking movie.
There's a terrible black joke in there somewhere. I'm so staying away from it. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
My God.
At least I didn't say it.
Hell no, you can't say it. But like, yo, really? That's what we doing now? I'm a live and let live type motherfucker. But okay, let me let me say this. That whole idea, somebody's doing that, whoever's financing that, they're thinking the long game because that's one hell of a money grab. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, getting organs, if you're on a transplant list, motherfuckers is putting up the houses just to get on the list. None of that shit is cheap. So, like, that's a money grab. You want to harvest the organ. It's not going to make getting a new liver cheaper. Just saying. Think about it.
So, like, what I mean, but just what if they actually grow up and then we just have monkey human hybrid? We have like chimeras of monkey human.
It's not fucking okay. I think some people need to just go ahead.
Imagine just like a beautiful woman with the strength of a chimp. And then, you know, she's fucking giving you a hand job right before she starts blowing you, and then all of a sudden she rips your dick off because she doesn't know her own strength. I mean, these are real problems that we could be facing.
They are real problems. What you gonna do in, like...
I mean, obviously not the problems that the scientists think of. These are the problems that my fucked up brain thinks of.
I mean, I think it's a legitimate question. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that goes left, she gets pregnant and the baby come out with hands on her feet, like, who's gonna be surprised about this? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll tell you what. If there's one thing that I was always a fan of, it was in the X-Men, the character Beast, the fact that he could hang upside down and read. I was like, first of all, I mean, the one or the other is already tight. I like the fact that you're an educated man, but I also like the fact that you can hang upside down, but you're doing them both together. I mean, I'm sold. He was always one of my favorite characters. So if I ever one day could possibly have a kid that could do that, I mean, that would just be my entire Instagram.
Your wife's gonna smack the shit out of you when she hears this done.
That's true. I can't have it because I'm already married, so I'm not going to be fucking a monkey woman. No. Anyways, so I got another segment on here, and it's called What's Worse? Now, I'm going to give you two options, and you're going to tell me which one's worse. It's very simple.
Okay.
All right. You're going to be with the most beautiful girl you've ever met, but you can't have sex with her without a pep talk from one of your boys, or only being able to have relations with girls that have the same name as your mother. So on that first one, you're about to have sex, but you need to call me to be like, hey man, you got this. Or else you're not going to be able to perform. Or you're only banging chicks that have the same name as your mom.
And what's worse?
What's worse? Do you want to hear my voice every time before sex?
No. So I think that would probably be worse. I wouldn't mind because I don't call my mother by her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't matter to me.
I think that's like more of a white kid thing, right? Like,
yeah.
Shut up, Cindy.
Yeah, no, big facts. And if I'm slaying, most women that I fuck, I'm not calling them by their name either. So
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I see the workaround.
You feel me?
I see the workaround.
That's negatable, you know what I'm saying? Or manageable, as it were. So I wouldn't worry about that. But it's definitely worse to be having to hear your voice before I get my fuck on.
Yeah, I mean, you could still text me and let me know what's going on. And
I lose wood texting you, dog.
Like, hey, man, I'm getting it in. I'll just be like, congratulations, dude. I'm so fucking happy for you.
Send you a picture of her playing with herself. Like, yeah, no, it's about to go down. That's nah, man. It's definitely worse to have to get in contact with you. Fuck all that.
All right. Every time you get into traffic, and we live in fucking LA, every time you get stuck in traffic, you automatically have to take a shit. So you have to hold that. And you just fucking feel that for the entire time you're in traffic, or you're only able to drive a minivan for the rest of your life. Can't trick it out or anything. You drive a fucking stock ass minivan.
Like the Chevy Astro shit?
Like a fucking Chevy, an Astro van,
the Dodge Caravan,
a Kia Sedona.
Oh shit! All right, it's worse to drive the Astro van, the minivan. That's be worse, and I'm gonna tell you why. I go to the gym a lot, and I'll be off the creatine. Anybody that knows what creatine does to you, fam. So I've dealt with that one, man. Oh yeah, I drive a manual too, so I'll be clutching. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I done been there, so I can live with that shit.
All right. I mean, see, yeah, I just base that off. I base that first part off of one of my worst fears because I always am just like, because of like the whole lactose intolerance thing and still not being able to avoid cheese or anything I like.
Right.
I constantly just feel like I'm probably gonna shit myself today.
Hey, see. I've been the guy that's on the freeway. If I got to take a piss bad enough, I will pull over, pop the hood and piss on the side of my car, give a fuck what anybody got going on. I've never shat on the side of the freeway, but there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, I've never done that either. But I tell you what, I've pissed in multiple containers while driving, and that shit gets sketchy too, because if you're holding it for long enough, I mean, you're filling the cup, and then you don't know where else it's gonna go next.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick story before we get into
Gatorade bottles are the safest.
Yeah. Wide mouth, 32-ounce bottle. Dude, before we get into the actual worst questions,
so practiced at that. What the fuck?
Well, I absolutely am. So in the beginning of the quarantine, like beginning middle, one of the companies I used to work for, they hit me up and they offered me a driving job. They're like, hey, you know, can you drive for the bar? Can you go deliver these boxes to the guests? Like, basically, it was like margarita boxes and some food and stuff, and and it was for like VIP clientele. So it was like an actual driving route that was going to take me like 4 hours. But, you know, this is like dead in the heart of COVID, and I didn't even think about the fact that I'm going to be driving all day, and there is really no places open that will just let you jump in to take a piss if you need to, because they're not letting anybody in. You can't use my fucking bathroom.
No shit.
So the driving route that I got actually took me all the way to Temecula and back. I had to drop off a box in Temecula. On my way to Temecula, I'm fucking jamming out, you know, listening to some music. I got my fucking Starbucks, and I get the feeling that I have to piss, like, and I'm almost to Temecula, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I pull off, stop at 4 different gas stations. No restroom. No restroom. Drop off the box, start driving home. Start hitting different exits. I have to piss so bad. No restroom. I must have stopped at 10 different places, and no one would let me use the restroom. So I have 1 box left to deliver, and it's all the way up in the fucking Hollywood Hills. So I'm driving, like, and I'm talking like way up there, like all the way up at the top.
Right.
And I get to this fucking deeply secluded mansion, and I go knock on the door. No one answers. I fucking call the number they gave me. No one answers. And I am sitting in my car fucking squirming. I have to pee so bad. I'm just like fucking rocking back and forth. I'm just like, and I finally just say, fuck it. And the windows in my car are super tinted. So I just pull out the Starbucks cup, and I just took a piss right in front of this lady's house. And then I also dumped it right in front of her house. And then 2 minutes later, she answers her phone. Oh, I'm sorry. And exactly what she said. My servants were supposed to answer your call.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, now oddly enough, when the COVID shit was popping, because I used to work at a restaurant, and that's when of course everybody who worked at restaurants got laid off. I was doing, what was it? PVD, personal vehicle driver for UPS.
Sounded more like porn shit than PVD. It sounded like a genre that
I wasn't
like
gonna bring up the porn that I did during the shit, but since you're not
before.
Fucking, and I had the exact same shit going on, bro. Like, I got to this mansion, there was like 2 Bentleys, 2 Ferraris, 2 Porsches. They had like 2 of everything. No bullshit. And it's way up there in the hills, right? And fucking, I'm standing there with this box of, I think it was like detergent or whatever, like big ass box of detergent. I had to take a piss, and this bitch would not come get the door. And as soon as she comes get the door, she's like, yeah, my butler was supposed to get it. Like, the fuck? Like, you have a guy to get your fucking door for you?
You know, the crazy part about the rest of that story was, so she calls her, she said, oh, my servant was supposed to get the phone. And she's like, he'll meet you outside.
Wow.
So I'm standing there at the front door. Like,
Right.
It's like 10 stairs and then a big gate and a front door. And I'm standing there on the stairs waiting. And then all of a sudden this dude shows up behind me. And I was like, the fuck, where did you come from?
Fucking Alfred.
And she has a completely different entrance for the servants to go in and out of. They're not allowed to.
Does it say colored only?
Dude. I mean, it was pretty much Mexican twink only, but
oh my god,
no, dude, yeah, she straight up had a door that they were only allowed to come in and out of that door. They weren't allowed to use her main entrance.
Yeah,
isn't that wild, dude? I was and the door looks like it's just the wall, like it blends in. So I didn't see the motherfucker coming because I didn't even know there was a door there. All of a sudden, the wall just opened.
See, that's why the fuck I got from around millionaires. They kind of got that don't talk to me shit like, fuck it, you still human, and I still punch you in your fucking mouth. So let me go ahead back out this situation. I can't afford the lawsuit. You know what I'm talking about?
No, 100%. All right, so we're gonna get into the worst questions now.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you some questions about your worst experiences, and you're gonna let me have them.
Yeah.
So let's just jump into it. What's your least favorite drug and your worst experience on that drug?
My least favorite drug, Percocets, and my worst experience was this is back in my drinking heyday. And Chad could tell you, he could attest to my alcoholism. I don't drink like that anymore. But I was fucking with this chick at the time. She loved pills, and I was fucking. Let me pop a pill. She gave me a Percocet, and I was knocked out so fucking hard that she filmed it, right? I'm on the couch just comatose, right? And my roommate at the time, Mac Biz, big dude. Now, he bigger than you, taller than you, and wider than you. Big motherfucker.
That's
right?
a big motherfucker.
That's
dude.
a big motherfucker. And this man is like cocking back from way to Japan, smacking the shit out. Bow! And I'm like snoring through the whole shit. I woke up the next day, the side of my face hurt so bad. For real. It was that was like the worst experience. I've never popped a pill ever since. I was never really into pills, but I was like, fucking, let me try this. It seems to be all the rage right now.
Oh, that shit was my go-to.
Yeah, it was right around the time Future came out. Molly Percocet.
Oh,
fuck it, let's try it.
No, that shit was my go-to. And actually, I have a funny story. I had a buddy that had never taken pills, and I always had like a pocket full. And
I didn't know you when I used to sell pills, because me and you would have been friends.
Right? Yeah. I mean, somewhat. The friend version, the friend version of, hey, do you got? Okay, then I'm not coming by if you don't.
Yeah, that way.
But yeah, so he was like, "Oh yeah, I've never taken any. Can I try one?" And I was like, and they were like 10 milligram Percocets, so they'll get you.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, take 2."
Oh, you're an asshole.
I fucking set him up to fail so bad. I like within 20 minutes, he was like, "Dude, I feel really warm and I'm kind of nauseous. Is this normal?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'll pass." Dude, within another 5 minutes, he's just puking into a trash can, laying on the couch, and then he was out like you for the rest of the night. Yep. I mean, it was funny to watch, but it probably wasn't fun for him to do.
Right. It was fun for you, not fun for him.
Yeah. All right. What's the worst thing about where you grew up?
The worst? Probably the gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even though I'm from the south side of Chicago, so the way gangbanging is set up there, it's like block to block. Like you can,
dude, one place to the next, it could be.
Yeah, like if you're walking 4 blocks, you might want to like plan a route so you don't have to bump into anybody type shit. But yeah, probably the gangs, because you can get it was just. It was hard to navigate. It sucks navigating going to the fucking corner store.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like
like when you have to like strategically plan.
Yeah,
like,
that shit just got
all right, so if I need to go get some milk,
right,
I'm gonna take this street and I'm gonna cut through this yard. No, I'm not gonna cut through this yard.
Yeah, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Getting rolled up on by motherfuckers. Like that shit. That's one of the reasons I left Chicago, because it was just like shit got super old super quick. I got tired of that shit. I thought I was going, like. When you getting those statistics from your teacher, like, you know what I mean? I'm in the fucking 4th and 5th grade, and they're like, yeah, people like you don't grow up to be 21. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I'm watching people get killed around me, and I'm getting rolled up on by gangbangers every day. I used to get jumped a lot because I wouldn't let people tell me what I could and couldn't wear.
Chylite, how old are you now?
I am 34 now.
Take that, you bitch ass teacher.
Yeah, hey, if I did not, I left Chicago right around the age of 17. So if I was still in the city, yeah, no, I'd be dead, guaranteed.
All right, teacher, I guess you're right. Shit.
I mean, hey, you gotta know that's really what I thought, because my mom's was like, if you want to stay, because all my homies was back there, all my friends was back there, or people I thought were my friends. You know what I'm saying? But like when I got the opportunity to leave, I thought about being able to grow old and shit. I was like, let's try it out. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time of my life, I was living very reckless.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was definitely like the same vibe. Different type of gangs.
It was the desert, dog. Y'all gangs is different.
Yeah, no, the gangs out there are way different. But yeah, it's definitely the same vibe. Very reckless as a youngster. I mean, I've been in way too many cars where shit should have gone way more south than they did.
And for some odd reason, it's fun when you're a kid.
I don't know why. I think back on it and I'm just like, why did I?
So many stories.
I mean, exactly, because you stop and you think and you go do the shit. And then you go back to the homie's house, and then you tell the story like you're celebrating it.
Right.
Like, yo, dude, we just got shot at on the corner of, and they're just like, wait, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, you need to hear the rest of the story. He's like, no, I don't.
I have a couple stories like that, man. Shit.
All right. Do you have any specific stories of like I guess what we just talked about, the worst part of being in your city growing up?
Any specific story about being in the city? Like, not one that really rings a bell at the moment. I remember the one time I did some shit where like, but that wasn't in Chicago. Like, but like the worst time I ever did some shit, and like I look back on it like I really should be serving like 25 years right now. We went from, I don't even want to say too many details.
Yeah. We
went from one state to another state to buy an undisclosed amount of an illegal substance. You see what I'm saying? And when we got there, it was a whole sketchy situation. And the funny shit is even back then, motherfuckers, I'd like, ever since my roommate got killed, I'd like always keep firearms on me. Don't worry, I don't have one right now. Like, but I've always been that guy. So people always call me
the
like,
whites nervous.
Hey, that's why I just said that shit. Disclaimer, I'm not strapped. But people would always call me. They was like, hey, yo, Shy, bring the burner. We need the yada, yada, yada. So, you know what I'm saying? I hop in the whip and we travel. And when we get there, the shit was just looking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to meet one guy and there's 4 guys there. And, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make us all comfortable. What's up, man? You want a beer here? Hit the blunt. And I'm just like, I don't know you motherfuckers. So we're, you know, the homie goes back there to handle his business, and money gets exchanged. Somebody comes to drop off said package, and, you know, you hear a commotion, and then dude busts back through the door like, I just got robbed. So now me and the guys I came with snatched the dude who just got robbed, because we all think it's some bullshit. We all hop in the car, and we're doing like 80 down the main street of a major metropolitan. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the backseat with the burner on this motherfucker, and I'm thinking like, I'm looking at the guy I came with like, you know, what we gonna do? Because he's supposed to die right now. And at the time, I was like, yeah. The whole situation got resolved, you know, without anybody getting hurt. But on the way back, I was thinking about it like, that's so many years.
But
I couldn't have sidestepped
like in the
that.
moment. You know, it's
television.
Just. Did I ever tell you about the story about the first time I bought cocaine?
No.
All right. So, and it wasn't the first time I bought cocaine for personal use, because that was years before this. This was hey, I just got fired, and my best idea right now is to sell cocaine for money. I was 20 years old.
Oh my god.
So that's, you know, almost 15 years ago. So
right.
Statute of limitations.
Heard.
And so I get my buddy. He goes, hey, I got this guy, and he's selling ounces for, I mean, really cheap. His family's part of the Mexican mafia, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, tight, let's go meet him.
Right. Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, it's a fucking great idea. So I drive out in like the middle of nowhere, Indio. And, you know, in Indio, there was always like the house, like the really nice housing developments that are just surrounded by dirt, and there's nothing else around you. So we pull up into this guy's neighborhood. This guy walks out, and he's twice the width of me and about 7 inches shorter. So he looks like a fucking blueberry, because I just remember he was wearing like a blue, like tall tee and blue basketball shorts. Right. And I was like, wow, dude, this guy's, and you know, I mean, he had like the fucking, the hot dog pack on the back of his neck from all of his rolls and shit. Right. I was like, God damn, dude, this guy's big. And he walks up to the car, doesn't want us to get out, doesn't want us anywhere, you know, like actually in his house or near it. And he walks up to the car, and he just looks at me, and he goes, Daniel here? I was like, I don't know a Daniel. He's like, yeah, you do.
Uh-oh.
I was like, nah, pretty sure.
See, that's already a bad situation.
I was like, I might know a Daniel, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely not the one you're talking about.
Right.
He's like, no, you know Daniel. Is he here? And I was like, I just told you he's fucking not here.
Right.
And he goes, all right. And then I had a little Scion box at the time. And he goes,
I remember that box.
Yeah. And yeah, I could tell what he was doing, but he was trying to play it cool. And he's like, oh man, he's all, this is a nice car. He's all, does it have a spacious back seat? And I was like, yeah.
You shouldn't even answer that question.
And so he pops open the back door just to like look and make sure that nobody's like hiding on the floorboards and shit.
Right.
And he goes, all right. He goes, I'm glad Daniel's not here because I would have had to use this. And he just pulls out a gun and he leans his arm on my windowsill and he just has it resting in my face like this.
It'll be like that.
And I was like, all right, well, he's not here. So you don't have to use that.
Right.
So how about we put it away?
Tactic.
And then the fool that was with me that kind of knew this guy, he was just trying to be all cool. He's like, oh, dude, sick gun. Can I see it? I was like, oh, fuck. So he hands homeboy his gun so he can look at it. And he goes, all right, cool. He's all, now your fingerprints are all over it in case I need to do some work later.
What the fuck?
And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm just here to buy some drugs. I mean, it's been nice meeting you and all. Might come back later if the product's good.
The things we do in our 20s, man.
But yeah, so then Pick finally got it from him. Great drugs, great price, and then
the most dangerous people always got the best.
It's fucking for real too. This shit was fire. And so I swear to God, did not see a single fucking cop on the way there. But on the 20-minute drive back to La Quinta, I must have saw a cop every fucking 3 blocks.
It'd be like that.
Oh goddamn! And maybe just like my fucking radar was more on at the time. But Jesus,
funny shit. Sidebar. Remember that story I just told you?
Yeah.
After it was all said and done and everything got squared away, we got pulled over. Yeah. And the strap was actually in my name, so we got away. And that's why I was thinking that on the way back. Like, had it really went left,
shit, son,
I'd have been in jail out of state for, that's interstate trafficking, dog.
Oh yeah.
That's a charge.
That is a charge.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, worst show you ever performed. If you don't know, Chylite's a rapper, and we'll give you all of his credits at the end of this.
Worst show I ever performed. I'd have to think about that. I mean, because I did some shitty shows. And, when you're on the local circuit and you're trying to come up.
Yeah, no, you get it's basically like doing comedy right now. It's as somebody that's starting up, no one gives a fuck who you are, and they don't even care if you're funny. So you just pay $5 to go do an open mic, and most likely the open mic that you're at just has 5 or 6 other comics there, and no one else in the audience. So it's just a bunch of people just kind of staring you down, like basically just looking at you like, oh, I'm funnier than this person, and they're trying. Even if you are funny, they're trying not to laugh. I mean, it's a cruel mistress.
Yeah, no, but trying to think about the worst show I ever did, like it's a lot of them that come to mind, man. But let me see. One that would really stand out would probably be a show that I booked out of town because when you're coming up, you got to do the whole pay for play shit.
Oh yeah.
And it was a show that I booked out of town, and everybody flaked on me. Everybody that was supposed to go with me flaked on me. So I'm pulling up to this venue dolo. And then the promoter finds out.
With like 40 tickets he was supposed to sell?
Yeah. And then the promoter finds out. So he puts me on as like the first act on stage. You know what I'm saying? And, this shit was like on a Saturday at 8:30 is when the shit started. So I'm the first guy there. I literally performed for like 1 drunk guy and 2 bartenders.
Damn.
Like I drove 2 hours to do that shit.
Woo.
Yeah, so that hurt. I went home like really contemplating, do I want to do this rap shit? Like for real. But I figure like, it can't get no worse than that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta look for the silver lining in every gray cloud and all that shit. So I just looked at it like whenever a show's really about to go shit, I just remember what happens here doesn't matter. So I turned the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's where I got the, 5 or 50 people, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go hard either way.
No, I mean, and that's the thing, too. It was like, it doesn't matter, like, exactly, 5 or 50 people, you still have to commit to it. Because if you just phone it in, I mean, those 5 people, they don't want to see your fucking ass ever again.
Right.
Worst sexual experience.
Oh, shit.
I know you have a fucking catalog.
Oh, my God. That one just, automatic.
Oh, automatically?
Automatic, bro.
That's good when something just pops right into your head.
I don't even know if I want to say this, but you brought me here, so fuck it. It was the first time I ate pussy. She queefed in my face. No bullshit. Like, look, bro, I was junior year in high school, dog. And like, this is back when, eating pussy wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man. And this was a chick, this is a school I was going to where they let you do the off-campus lunch shit. And so like, I used to go off-campus lunch and we go to her crib and fuck, and then we come back, and sometimes I wouldn't or whatever. But, we had been fucking so much, I was like, kind of trying to get into the whole eating pussy thing. I want to see what it's like. But I was still so nervous about it, right? So I closed my eyes. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And
what, do you think it was going to fucking bite you?
I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. It felt like I was like licking a warm pork chop, man. I was like, the fuck is this, right? Yo, but I dead ass, I'll never forget that shit. Like, I opened my eyes and it was like, it looked like it was swelling up on me, and then it just opened up and said, oh my God. Bruh, I was done. I never called the chick back. None of that shit, bro. None of that shit. That was the worst sexual experience I ever had. Since then, though, I dine on pussy. You know what I'm saying? Put a napkin in it.
Deep sea diving. I'm surprised you like after it went, you just didn't go.
Oh my God. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't know pussy farted until then. Like, for real. I was, what the fuck is that? Like, I was so hurt, bro, but,
But also, I mean, queef is one of the more fun words to say.
Facts.
It just is.
It sounds beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Who in the music industry, whether it be, I mean, who's probably like the worst person you've ever met in the music industry? Somebody that was just like, man, fuck you.
I'll say this about that. Don't meet your idols.
Yeah.
Don't, because they're disappointments, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody expects you to be like you expect them to be humble and happy that you give a fuck. But I'm trying to remember this guy's name. Blue. BLU.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, he's a talented dude and all that shit. And I met him like, I think it was like I put out maybe a mixtape and shit. Yeah. But I was fucking with his music hard. And I found out he was doing a show somewhere in LA, and I pulled up and all that shit. And like, I saw him, and like, no bullshit, I was slightly starstruck. I was like, dude, your shit's on repeat in my car. You know what I'm saying? I walked up on him and all that. And like, I'm just giving him his flowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, I love the shit you do. That Below the Skies mixtape was hard as fuck, y'all. He's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? So what's up? You gonna buy my shit?
Damn, like that?
I think I dead ass laughed at him like that and walked off. I don't play that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, it takes a lot for me. I think I'm humble, but I'm not a dick rider. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit right there, I was like, you could take the longest walk off the shortest cliff and die slow. Like, for real. Fuck you, dog.
Like, oh yeah, it's
you know
cool, dude. I'm
done. Shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard shit from him since, so maybe not. Whatever, dog. But
shit ain't popping anymore.
Hey, shit, what goes around comes around. That's why, like, anytime somebody says I fuck with your music, like, thank you. I'm humbled that people even fuck with my shit.
Oh no, dude, I completely agree. I was always one of the people that never really, I would say I'm more so the person that's just like, if I see somebody that I respect in the game, whether it be comedy, music, whatever, usually I don't even say shit, because I'm just like, I'm gonna let them just live their life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm like that now too.
On the occasion that I do say something, like I actually in the job that I have right now, I get a lot of people that stop by to grab food, who I know who they are,
right?
Either a fan of them or and I'll just drop it really quick. I'll pass them whatever they got, and I'll be like, hey man, really enjoy what you do. Mm-hmm. Just as simple as that.
Yeah, I learned to do that shit too.
Just as simple as that. Like,
big fan, dog.
It doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Just big fan of what you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like you taking over their time, where it's just like, hey, this one time I went and saw you, and then they have to just sit there and listen to you bullshit out a story.
Right.
And it's just like, just let them know that, and because I'm sure at least that part feels good.
Right.
It feels nice to me when somebody tells me that they listen to this fucking podcast.
Right.
Because I've had people hit me up and be like, hey man, keep doing this.
That's what's up.
And like those little things, that's a fucking motivator.
who was super duper, like he was like, oh, thank you, bro. Fucking Pusha T.
Dude, that's one of my fucking heroes in
rap.
Dog,
I pulled up on Pusha T eating like fucking 5 pounds of Wagyu and shit with the Dream of all people.
No shit.
The American Dream, that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, as a man that has dabbled in the, you know what I'm saying, dope game, like King Push, right? Like I've seen this guy buy and sell diamonds at a table.
Idol of mine.
Right.
I love that man.
And I just, you know, I dropped off a dish from him. I was like, hey, big fan. And he looked at me, he was like, oh, thank you, bro. And I'm this is Pusha T. I couldn't believe it. That's one of the most humble motherfuckers I know. I'm sure he is who he said he is.
No, you know, he's one of those people where it's just like, those stories aren't fabricated.
Yeah.
When I listen, you know, there's some people that you listen to and you're just like, that's a real motherfucker. And every time I've listened to his raps, like his detail, like the fact, and honestly, the fact that it makes up a good chunk of his music means that it made up a good chunk of his life.
Facts.
So I completely believe all the shit that he's spoken about in his raps to be factual, and the man's got fucking bars.
Hell yeah. Like the way he says, rap. I remember when he said that shit, like, you know, like how I don't remember the bar specifically, but he would like reference how he said, we're fucking up people's lives, we're selling poison. Like I resonated with that shit. When I was selling dope, like I resonated. I fucked up some people's lives selling dope. And that shit resonated with me tough. He is definitely who he says he is. Shout out Pusha T, my man.
Thanks for listening, Push.
Should he hear that shit? You know what I'm talking about?
All right, so let's see here. Oh, you know what? I had one other, and since we only got like a couple minutes left, and we'll just talk about this really quick, and then we'll do our plugs.
Yeah.
I had one other like little news story that was just kind of like a fucking throwaway. As like Charlamagne the God would say, it's like shit you don't care about next week.
All right.
But you know who Demi Lovato is?
Vaguely.
She's a fucking singer.
Yeah, I ain't heard none of her shit, but I know the name.
Yeah, she's like singer, the superstar, fat, skinny, addicted to heroin. And
like
all,
every other superstar.
Yeah, exactly. So she recently, I don't know, I mean, this bitch must have been having a terrible day, but she just recently decided to let something consume her time that just seems so she went to a froyo shop, a frozen yogurt place, and she got very, very outraged that they had sugar-free and low-fat items to sell.
She was pissed about that?
She was mad about this. And so mad that she like posted it on her Instagram and her Twitter and tagged the place. And basically, I don't really know what she was going at, really, because I was trying to read it to figure out. It's like, oh, this bitch does not like diet food. Is she mad because she's thick and there's other people that are choosing the heavy, like the lighter options?
Right.
I mean, I still couldn't figure it out.
I wanted fatty food.
Yeah, it's just like, bitch, I came here to get ice cream. It's like, do not sell me a fucking sugar-free, gluten-free, flavor-free cookie.
I mean, hey, whatever, bitch. Like, what type of shit is that?
I know, but it's just insane to me that there are. I mean, and we've talked about this a million times, but the things that people will just devote portions of their life to,
right.
whether it's 5 minutes a day, an hour, a fucking year, there is just some of the most wild shit.
People like that ain't had enough fucked up shit happen in their life. I don't let shit bother me because I done had some fucked up shit happen. So like,
you would think, and I'll be honest, you would think that like seeing sugar-free snacks at a frozen yogurt place wouldn't trigger somebody that almost died of a heroin overdose.
She didn't get a heroin that day. That's why she was tripping.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like the one,
I
think it's one of those things. Where, I think it's one of those things where one fix turned into another, and now it's just like, if I don't have sugar, oh my god, I'm going fucking straight up needle right now.
It'd be like that.
All right, so. You know, fuck fat bitches that hate sugar, or hate sugar-free things. She loves sugar. All right, Chylite, I need you to do your rattling off of the slashes and the where to find yous and all that stuff right now.
It's your boy Chylite. You see it, and if not, put your motherfucking goggles on. Versus 3 is dropping way sooner than later. Still don't have an exact release date. You're going to have to pay attention. You can find me on social media at CHYLITE. That's across all social media, YouTube, Instagram. Don't really fuck with Facebook, Twitter, fuck TikTok. Shout out, you can stream me on all streaming services wherever you get music, iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, where it's YouTube Music now, wherever the fuck.
Google Play,
whatever it is now. Light Wind out with my man's Mark W. Born in Hate out with my man's Mark W. Pay the fuck attention. We got some more shit coming down the pipeline. Music video streaming on YouTube, all of that shit. Cuff your bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
Well, this is gonna sound really shitty after his. Chad Austin on Instagram and Twitter, because those are really the only two I like to use. You can listen to this podcast every Monday audio release, every Tuesday video release. And then I also wrote a book during quarantine. You could buy that, link in the bio of everything that I have. Besides that, doing comedy shows again.
Yeah,
but
I'm not to get your fucking resume up, Jack. You
but
way more than that.
Yeah, okay. Doing stand up again, but I'm not inviting anybody yet because it's all new material and embarrassed. All right, so thank you again for watching The Worst. This has been a Worst Dirty Dozens crossover episode, and it's been fun enough to where there's probably going to be a couple more of these.
Tune the fuck in. Well, we can't say this because this is pre-recorded. And
yeah,
shit.
no, yeah, but you can say it
tomorrow.
for the next. I mean, when this drops, we're going live tomorrow again. But for the next week,
there it is.
It's fucking time travel, bro.
Hell yeah!
Tune in Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. We will be on stereo talking about all kinds of shit because every week more fucked up shit happens in the news, and then it's race relations and it's guns.
It's your boy, man. You already know what it is. Hey, I really wish cops would stop killing people, but y'all giving us a whole lot of shit to talk about. So, you know, silver lining in every cloud, right?
But we would stop the show if you'd stop killing people. No, I mean,
we're burning in hell for this shit, bro. You know that, right?
All right, thank you.
Peace.